Losers attack Tesla, mock SpaceX.
For Elon, his response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk, if they're so hard, why don't you go back to your day job and work that out and leave those of us who do government to do government? Because you can't do both. And clearly you're failing right now at both.
Madison, that was Michael Steele on MSNBC mocking Elon after a failed rocket launch. One of many, by the way. That's how you make successful launches, is by failing them. But you generally, talking heads don't understand how things work in life. What was your take on it? My take is that Elon is very well prepped for something like this because when you grow up as a nerd, this is par for the course. You know, it's like picking on the kid in the robotics club, like, oh, your robot failed. Yeah, but he built a robot, and I'd like to see you do that. Oh, and he built a rocket, and I'd like to see you do that. So, you know what Elon should do? He should build a specific robot that goes to Michael Steele's office and picks him up and twirls him around. But, like, you shouldn't say that. He probably can do that. Yeah, exactly. So, yes. That's what I would do if I was Musk, but that's why I'm not Musk. I can't be trusted with robotics, Joe. By the way, Joe, did you see that there are some people that are trashing Tesla facilities, and I think they're a group called Tesla Takedown, or the Action Network. Do you think this is all orchestrated by somebody else?
I don't know, Greg, but I will say you can't vandalize people's property unless it's your own property. I sometimes will spray paint on my house. Joe Mackey's comedy is awesome. Signed the Latin Kings to increase my street cred. But I will say that Michael Steele shouldn't be telling other people about how to do a good job. He chaired the RNC, and then he got a job at MSNBC. That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the trajectory says everything.
Yeah, if Michael Steele was a spaceship, it would crash. But Elon Musk, really has the only spaceships that are reliable to transport humans. And for an insult to land, it actually has to hit close to home. It's like when some critic on the internet says I'm an open micer. Well, I can show you a headline all over the country. It doesn't work. But when someone says, like, women only date me for my body, that cuts to the bone. Yes.
Yeah. Kennedy. Remember how they used to love Elon Musk back when he just did electric cars? Yeah. What happened to that? Now they're cheering on him to fail, but they don't realize failure is success in that world.
Yes, and unfortunately, it sometimes takes several times until you get the recipe, the algorithm, whatever it is that goes into rocket making exactly right. But also, I also feel like it was a penis job. And he's like, my name's Michael Steele, and that could be a porn name because steel is very thick and sturdy and sometimes shaped like a pointy drumstick, but girthier. And I think Elon Musk has a problem with his rocket because it's soft, and it's like, he has 13 children. Yeah. I think his rocket is just fine, Michael Steele.
Reagan, and to your point about failure leading to success, I mean, you host the #1 show in late night, but you've been fired dozens of times.
Thank you for reminding our generous audience. 3 times. I was fired 3 times. Brian, you know that feeling.
I took it personal when you were fired. First off, are you like a general from the Confederacy? Were you that was a brilliant. I'm trying to think what were you hearkening back to, the 1850s? But I will say this. Do you know what they were chanting? Oh, you want to ask me a question?
No, go for it.
Okay, thank you. I don't know the rules. Do you know what they were chanting as they were breaking into the Tesla factory?
What?
We need clean air, not another billionaire. It's an electric car. Yeah. What else do you want him to do? You talk about cutting to the bone. Joe, I know that was a hard story for you to relay. I appreciate that. But cutting to the bone, you tell a guy with an electric car, I need clean air. Wow, he must have really had trouble. He must have tossed and turned all night. The other thing is, The rocket actually had 2 goals. One, get into space, get a little higher. The other was to first stage to land into the chopsticks, which is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. They all land again, so he can redo one stage. He's got to work in the second stage, and the next step will be Mars. So Michael Steele, who is responsible for President Romney.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. There was no President Romney. They asked him to leave the party, so I can't believe it. I will say this, if you guys will join me, just to push back, can we all buy a Tesla? Let's all go buy a Tesla, get rid of your Pinto, your hatchback, Gremlin, whatever you're driving, and go get a Tesla. Even if you don't want an electric car, there's got to be some pushback.
Yeah, I don't know. Landing in the chopsticks, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe he is in bed with China.
That's good.
Did I say something wrong? Coming up, a normal dude gets dumped.